Good morning to everyone. In this video, I am going to explain about sum of subset in a given set. So for that, I have to apply the dynamic programming method. Then I have to calculate the sum from the elements to acquire the results. So here set is given s1, s2 up to n number of elements. All the elements are positive integers whose sum is equivalent to a given positive integer d. For example, here in this set 1, 2, 5, 6, 8 has been given and I have to choose 5 elements. Then the sum of all those elements should be equivalent to 9. So there are two different solutions. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 6, 9, and another possible solution is 1 plus 8 is equivalent to 9. So for that, this program has been written. Here class name is subset, and I'm getting the matrix. I'm getting the set value set. Then sum, then total. Total means when I choose the elements from the set, the result should be equivalent to the given value d. So for that purpose, I am getting the data from the user. So system.out.println subset value will be get it from the user. Subsets are 0, 1 and total. And how I am getting from the user is void get data. So scan is equal to new scanner of system.in. So now system.out.print I am getting the value from the user using n is equal to se.nextIn. So from the user I am getting all the elements for the given set. So next system.out.println I am getting the up to the number of elements for the set is 5, then I have to get 5 elements from the user. So w of I is equal to se.nextIn. Total plus is equal to total plus w of each and every element, because I am initializing the value total here. And for each and every element, once if I obtain from the set, then I have to compute the value. For that I can also prepare a state space tree. So here in the state space tree I have to keep on compute the total value. If the value is not equivalent or exceed the cumulative result of the given value, then we have to go back. That's what we are applying backtracking method. We have to go back, then we have to travel in another path. So until identifying the corresponding desired result, we have to keep on go back, then we have to choose the different path. So next is we are calculating, as I said before, we have to compute the results. If it is if this result is greater than the total value, then this is not possible. Then we have to go back to identify the another path. So in order to identify the another path, we are choosing the subset and we are passing 3 different parameter value s, k, r. So here if s plus w of k is equivalent to sum, then we have to print the open curly brace, because we will find out an answer, we will display those results. If it is not, then we have to choose another path to backtrack, to go back on the state space tree to track another path. Then again we are checking out if some result s plus w of k plus w of k plus 1 is less than or equal to sum, then the subset value will be obtained from the given set and again it will be computed. Then we are checking out s plus r minus w of k is greater than sum, or as well as s plus w of k plus 1 is less than or equal to sum. If those condition is satisfied, then we have to display the results. Then under the main function we have to call those values as subset s is equal to new subset and s dot process, because object is s. So using that object we will call that process. Process has been defined in the program itself. So here number of elements is 4. So 7, 1, 2, 3 are the numbers are given. The total sum should be 10. So there are one possible way is 7 plus 1 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. Another one is 7, 3, that is also 10. So now I will execute this. number of elements 4 elements, 7 2 1 3. So now 7 plus 2 plus 3 1 also will be computed, 7 plus 3 also will be computed. When I get the result 10, so 7 comma 2 comma 1, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 1 10, 7 comma 3, 7 plus 3 is 10. So this is the output for this program. Thank you.